2K22 come out.
Well, I hope it's gonna be better than the 20.
Did you make it public yet?
Not yet, but here I'll make it public. But
You hope it's better than 20?
Yeah.
I hope it's the best one. It might be the best.
But I also heard rumors about an AEW game coming out for PS5. And you'll be able to import the wrestlers that are on the game into the story mode, or even create your own character and make your entrance and all that. There's even talk about a community creation thing for it, but all that stuff that I'm explaining is just rumors. There's no actually physical proof that it may actually be like that.
WWE 2K22 might have it too. I hope it be the best WWE 2K game, better than 20.
Yeah. At least AEW will give us something different to play.
I'm not a big fan of.
You're not a big fan of what?
AEW.
Oh, you're not?
Are you?
I'm a little bit of a fan of it. I mean, because they're doing something different from WWE. They're allowing the superstars on their show to come up with their own gimmicks and their own storylines. Something WWE doesn't do.
They let a couple people do it, like Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but they don't let them all do it. AEW lets every single wrestler on that show do their own story mode, do their own storyline and gimmicks and all that. That's why do you think you see all these WWE superstars going over to AEW? Because WWE does not know how to use them right, so they go over to AEW and then they have free reign to come up with their own persona, their own story.
Who makes them?
The wrestlers do.
I'm talking about in WWE.
Oh, in the WWE, I believe the WWE does. They tell the wrestlers, well, all right, you're gonna go out tonight, and you're gonna lose this match, you're gonna win this match, and you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. So that's WWE.
Do you like WWE too?
I mean, I'm a fan of WWE too. Yeah. I mean, I watch it when the legends come back. Sometimes, yeah, I watch some SmackDown. I've seen Edge on SmackDown a couple times, and I think I've seen Tamina there.
No, it's because today, boss. They need like a new boss. Vince McMahon needs.
Well, technically, the new boss is Triple H, but he's kind of. This is I'm just being real. I mean, ever since Triple H took over the business, wrestling's been down the crapper. I mean, it was better in Vince Senior's hands than Vince McMahon Jr. or Triple H's hands.
Well, Vince McMahon like made good storylines and stuff.
Well, the original Vince McMahon, the father of the Vince McMahon we have today, the Vince McMahon Senior, the original Vince McMahon.
What, he used to let them make their own stuff, or what?
Actually, the Vince McMahon Senior he made the storylines for the wrestlers, but he did a better job at it than this Vince we got doing it, and Triple H doing it.
Like out of Triple H and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing like some superstars want to make theirs and some don't. Cause like, what if one try to make one and they don't know how to make a good one? Wait, so Vince McMahon, what about Vince McMahon Jr.?
Well, that's the Vince we got today.
He's not the boss, so Triple H is.
Triple H is the CEO. I think it's a CEO.
But he's the boss of NXT. You
Yeah,
like
but
NXT?
he also helps out with WWE. Yeah, I seen NXT. I seen that the Rock's daughter appeared in NXT, and the Usos got another brother coming.
Wait, what? The Rock's daughter?
Yeah, I think.
When? Oh,
I don't know. I think she's in NXT. I think I saw her in there.
she gonna go. I hope she. When is she gonna get drafted? Like, is the SmackDown?
Well, The Rock was trying to push her to be thrown in, thrown straight into. The Rock was trying to convince WWE to just put her on SmackDown or Raw instead of putting her in NXT, and they put her in NXT anyways to work on her craft and all her in her persona and her skills and all that.
You saw a match of her?
I haven't heard of it, but I've seen one match with her, but I can't remember who she was fighting.
She's good.
She's a big woman.
A big woman.
Not fat. I mean, she's muscular. She's tall. I don't know.
She's muscular.
Yeah, I don't know how tall she is, but she looks tall. Maybe it's just because it's on TV.
No, that probably actually hurt in size. What would you do if she tried to fight you? Like, you try to fight her?
Shit. Man, I'd run. I took my I take my loss.
She
Man,
got muscles like The Rock? She got
you
muscles?
you don't mess with no Samoans, man. They got hard heads.
Well, you see how Roman Reigns is.
Yeah, he be using that head a lot. That's why he be doing a lot of damage with that head.
He like
Why you think to
the only thing I watch right now is on like SmackDown, cause SmackDown's the best
Why
show.
you think Tamina does a lot of headbutts? Because she's Samoan. That their heads can take that damage a little bit.
You heard me?
Yeah,
SmackDown's the best show, and AEW is good. It's okay. But
yeah.
Raw, what about Raw though? Nah, it's not.
I
They
couldn't.
messed Raw up. They messed it
I
up.
tried getting into Raw, but the only time I tune into Raw or SmackDown is to see the legends because that's the only time it gets any good. I mean, because the wrestlers they got today, I can't get into it. I
Like
mean,
who? Like
I mean, they're the only people the people that they had that was good back in the day that was entertaining to watch was like the New Day and Enzo and Big Cass, but they broke
the
those
New
teams
Day.
up. Yeah, the New Day was interesting to watch, but they broke that team up. Now it's just Xavier and Kofi. It's not Xavier, Kofi, and Biggie.
No, Biggie wanted to get broken up because he wanted to get pushed so he could get a title.
Mm.
That's why. Well, the New Day is still entertaining though, right?
A little bit, but not. I mean, let me try to explain to this.
But like last
Let me try
Friday
to.
night, like a couple like Friday night, like on Friday Night SmackDown, like a couple days ago, they were saying some funny stuff to the what's that? The Bloodline.
Let me
What?
try to explain this so even you can understand. The Dudleys, you know who the Dudley Boys is, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, what happened when they broke that team up and they went their separate ways for the first time? It didn't last long, did it? Because
No.
they were because they couldn't. The Dudley Boys didn't know how to. Their career didn't take off in a singles career matches. They're. I mean, it's like they were better off as a tag team than they was a solo career. That's where the New Day is with me. I mean, they're better off as a tag team together than a solo career because I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I mean, Maybe it's just that they've pushed the flavor out of. They're trying to push as much out of that New Day stuff that they can, and now it's just kind of getting bold.
What?
A little bit boring or something. They need to be more creative with their wrestlers.
We need one more person in here.
We got one. I saw someone join. Guess not. Oh, wow. 2 AJ Styles. There he is. Bigfoot, 77.
Oh yeah, I heard WWE and SmackDown, WWE and AEW trying to come together. Like I saw the new logo, like at the end of AEW, right? The W is a WWE logo.
Alright.
I want to see how that'll go. You know what I mean? I want to see if like then when they go with them, WWE will let them like do their own stuff.
Yeah.
Well, all the superstars like they don't even let the like superstars that do their own stuff. It's like the push superstars. Who's your favorite WWE superstar?
I would have to say my favorite WWE superstar nowadays is Tamina Snuka. But my past favorite WWE superstar was probably I don't know. There's a lot of them back in the past I liked, but I think it was Hulk Hogan. And Bret Hart and all them. Looks like they left. You there, CJ?
Hello, you there?
There you are. Yeah, they left.
You like the Undertaker, Andre the Giant?
I liked Undertaker and Kane and Lita. I liked a lot of them. Even The Rock.
What about Mankind, Ultimate Warrior?
Mankind, yeah, he's okay. I liked him.
Ultimate Warrior?
I liked him as Cactus Jack. Yeah, I liked Ultimate Warrior. Sting as well.
Ultimate Warrior was
Gangrel.
a big dude.
Mm. Kevin Nash is one of them I like.
What about Kamala?
Nah, I couldn't get into Kamala that much. One of the guys I did like to see every time they came out was Macho Man and Jake the Snake Roberts come out. Remember
With the
one time?
snake?
Yeah, remember one time he was like, "Man, Jake the Snake Roberts, don't tell me to go out there and let you put that snake on me. How about I put that snake on you and then let it bite you?" And Jake Roberts is like, "Oh, come on, Mach, it don't hurt." He's like, "Bullshit, it don't hurt. Hey, let me get that snake and put it on you, man. See how you live. See how you feel after you get bit." I love those moments. Yeah, that's a podcast they were talking there where the where Jake Roberts was talking about Macho Man at one point.
Hmm.
It's a story that Jake Roberts had about Macho Man.
We need like a new boss, right? Like somebody that would be good. That let them do what they want.
What do you mean, new boss?
Somebody that control, like make WWE like like the old days.
Uh, well,
And I think why WWE don't let them make their own stories, because I think people think it's bad. WWE is better without making their own stories.
if they need a boss, I mean, they should bring back Eric Bischoff. The man is a genius when it comes to controversy.
Wait, what you mean? Why he gonna make it good and stuff?
I mean, controversy. Have you read his? Have you seen his book? Controversy Creates Cash.
No, why? What about it?
His whole life has been around about controversy and politics and all that.
When he was the boss, stuff is good, right?
He was a GM at one point, and I mean, he did a good job as a GM. He knew how to excite the crowd, even though most of the wrestlers hated him. But it what like what's his code? What Razor said off of the click. He's like, it may have been. And Razor was like, it may have
He
been.
entertained the crowd and stuff, right?
Yeah, Razor would be like, it may be bad for the superstars health wise, but but it was good for the ratings.
The superstar health.
I can't remember how he said it.
What about their health?
I don't know what he meant by it.
Why don't you be the boss?
It was because I don't know much about the business.
If you was the boss, you probably would have make. You probably would make the Raiders a value saying.
No, if I was the boss of WWE, I would have so much paperwork to do. It wouldn't be even funny, and I don't even like doing my own paperwork. Having to go through all those
They got
contracts.
paperwork.
Yeah, how do you think? How do you think they signed those WWE stars to NXT and WWE? Every day a new superstar is signing to join. Then you gotta go over the paperwork just to get the legal authorization and check their background and all that.
Don't you need an education too, right?
Yeah, you need an education to do it too. Yeah.
If you don't have an education, you can't do it.
Exactly. Why do you think one of my favorite actors, Morgan Freeman, quoted in the movie "Lean on Me"? I think was it "Lean on Me"? Yeah, I think it was Lean on Me. He quoted the movie from Lean on Me. Morgan Freeman said, uh, "Now, without the right education, I don't want you going around blaming the white man,
I
because
like that.
without
I like that movie.
because without that proper education, you're gonna find yourself locked out of the American dream that people say is so easy to obtain." Yeah, that's why you say that's why you hear a lot of parents saying, "Go to school, go to college, get your education before you get into the rap business or wrestling business."
You went to college or what? Did you finish school?
No, I never. I got arrested in high school for assaulting one of my brothers. I actually pulled a knife out on him, so I didn't get.
How many years did you do in jail?
I don't, it was the first offense. I didn't really stab him. I just kind of was scaring him a bit. But I was only in there for like probably two weeks. Yeah, it was my first offense, my first
How was it? How was jail? How was it?
ain't too bad, and they didn't get the food ain't could have been a little bit better, but it ain't no different from any other food you would eat.
You had people in there that was nice
But
to you, or were they mean
but
to
I
you?
guarantee, man, people, that jail when it comes to people in there, man, it's all about respect, man. If you respect them, they'll respect you. You don't bother them, they won't bother you.
You didn't bother nobody, so they didn't bother you.
No, I kind of respect it. I just kind of showed them respect, and they showed me respect. It's common sense. I mean, if you walk in there with a negative attitude, of course you're gonna get a lot of heat from all the prisoners in there. Go in there acting tough and all that. And of course you're gonna get a lot of inmates trying to pick a fight with you because you're acting like an idiot. But if you
Even
go
though
up,
even
but
tough people don't act like that in jail.
well, no, they're more respectful. I mean, they've learned from their mistakes. And on top of that, if you go in there with a respectful attitude and listen, do what you got to do, and follow the rules, and do what you got to do to get out, you'll be out in probably, like I said, probably in a week or two. But being that it was my first offense, and I never really broke a law before, I was only in there for 2 weeks, and I did what
So you can't be in WWE if you go to jail.
no, you can't. And on top of that, that's why when I went in there, I did what I did. I took my medicine. When they asked me to do something, I did it. And when they asked me to take a shower, I took a shower. But a lot of people don't realize in those jails is it gets cold at night. You're only given one blanket, and that blanket is very thin. So you're literally over there in there shaking if you're a skinny motherfucker. And well, I was probably back when I went to jail. I was like probably 135 pounds. Nowadays I'm like 200 pounds flat. So yeah, I was skinny when I went there, but I had respect for a lot of the people in there. That's why it didn't bother me.
They talk to you though.
Yeah, they talked to me. We played card games like solitaire and all that. We played dominoes. But everyone would be let out of their cell for a short period of time to walk around, and I believe that you get. I didn't really take a shower.
Why when you go to jail? You said what?
I didn't really take a shower in there. I kind of waited. I knew I was gonna get out eventually because it was my first offense. But
Oh, so you don't gotta take a shower if you don't want to?
you don't have to. I mean, no, they didn't force me to. I was only gonna be there for 2 weeks. It was my first offense, so I wasn't gonna be there very long.
On your first one, you don't be there for long.
No, if it's your first offense, you're not gonna be there for long.
Why when you go to jail in like high school or something? Why can't you go back to school?
They felt I was a threat to myself and a threat to society after the stunt I pulled on my foster brother. I pulled a knife out on him.
You did it at school?
Yeah, but I wasn't really thinking back then. I had a lot of anger issues back then. But at the same time, me and my foster brother never really got along that much. I mean, he was always kind of, I don't know. He didn't like me. I didn't like him at the time. But I remember one time bumping into him at a bus stop, and I guess he was checking on me, asked me how I did and how I'm doing. I was like, oh, I'm doing good. Dude. It's been a long time since I saw you. And he goes, yeah. You still seeing Velma? I goes, yeah, I'm still seeing Velma.
When you dropped out, you wasn't happy?
Huh?
When you finished school in high school, you wasn't happy?
No, yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, of course, I wasn't happy about not being able to finish my high school because I fucked it
Grade you
up
was
for
in?
me. I believe it was, I was in 12th or 13th grade.
Ain't no 13th grade.
I think it was 12th then. I don't know. It was high school I was in. I don't know what grade. I can't remember what grade it was. I know it was somewhere. It was a high number or somewhere. Like I said, I didn't pay much attention to high school back in the day. Most of the times, all I
So
did
saying
was,
right now, saying if somebody if at school right now, and if they was in like high school, like your grade, right? And they pull a knife out, so they won't be in jail for that long.
if it's their first offense, no, they won't be in jail for that long. As long as they don't stab the person, they won't be in jail for that long.
But if they do, they doing time.
Yeah, if they do, then yeah, they may be doing they may be in there longer than they need to be. But if you don't stab the person, then you're only looking at like probably 1 week or 2 weeks in jail because it's your first offense. You never really broke a law at that time.
Then you think it's gonna be jail in the future?
I don't know. They're already. I had friends tell me they're talking about. I was in a party with one of my other friends with Berserk and them, and they're telling me that the army's already trying to create their own personal what's it called, cyborg robots with intelligent artificial intelligence, kind of like the Terminator. They're even trying to create dogs with robot cyborg dogs with artificial intelligence.
So is there gonna be jail though?
I don't know. I mean, where are we? How? I mean, what year are we talking about? Because I might not be here for I mean, you gotta be specific on what year.
Like
What?
2030, 2040?
Yeah, I might not be around in 2040.
Yes, you will. You 30 something.
I'm 33, but at the same time, I don't take care of my body that well.
For real?
Yeah, I smoke cigarettes.
Oh, so it don't matter what age you is if you don't take care of your body?
Well, no, if you don't take care of your body won't take care of you. I mean, if you smoke like I do, like a chain smoker, yeah, I might die at age 38 or age 43 or age 63. And I'm 33 now.
Do you care about it? Like, are you worried?
No, I mean, I mean, we're all gonna die someday. We just gotta. I mean, when it comes to death, I mean, you can't really see it coming. When it happens, it happens. I mean, you could try. I mean,
Somebody say you're gonna be reborn.
Well, that's a whole myth story. I mean, I look at it like this. If you talk about reborn, I mean, how do we know what we're seeing now in real life isn't a dream? How do we know that when we die and we are in the afterlife that we won't be dreaming again and seeing something else in our afterlife? How do we know we're not dreaming right now when we're awake? Have you ever wondered that theory when you have those dreams at night in your sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever wondered how? You ever wondered?
I wonder like what would happen if I die in my dream? Like, will I die in real life?
Well, that theory has been tested, and technically, it's a yes and a no. I've often pondered that question as well, where if I died in my sleep, I would die in real life. But I ponder it, and sometimes I think yeah, sometimes I say no.
Have you ever died in your dream?
If I recall, I got ran over by a semi truck, and it was running over my back over and over again. And if that happened, that should have killed me, but it didn't. But I guess that then yeah, I that would have killed me in my dream, but I guess I didn't die. And I guess I'm assuming that you can't die if you die. Well, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people has died in old age in their sleep, so you never know what these questions.
Oh, from dreaming they die, you think?
I guess I don't know. It's a very tough question to answer.
Like old people you talked about?
Yeah, well, when you get old and you be sleeping, you be in a bed, and all of a sudden you won't be able to wake up. You're just stiff as a board, cold as ice.
Some people say people die in their sleep because like some people think that you die in your sleep because you be dreaming and you die. Like when you old.
You're thinking of that Freddy Krueger stuff, huh? Yeah, that Freddy Krueger stuff ain't real, man. But
Maybe people die though.
some people say there's a there's a myth behind the whole Freddy Krueger myth, where if you die in your sleep, you die in real life. Some people say it's real in real life too. Some people say it's not real. I'm caught between. That's a hard question for me to answer right there. That one's hard. I don't really know if it's real or not. I can't answer that.
But I got this feeling like you can't die in your dreams.
Yeah.
Because you wanna know why I say that? I had this dream that I was on this plane, right? That I fell from off the plane like and hit the ground and I didn't die somehow.
Well, I tell you one thing. I had this one dream. I don't know if it helps anything, but I used to have a nightmare of Santa Claus back in the day. This is when I was a kid. He would take this bell and he'd rub it up and he'd ring it up and down my back. It felt like someone taking an elbow to your back, up and down your spine. And I literally wake up and I literally felt it in my sleep. It felt so real that you would feel like someone's rubbing their elbow up and down your spine in your sleep.
Hmm.
So maybe there is a truth to what you're saying about the feeling stuff in your sleep. But as far as hearing people in your sleep, I haven't been able to be successful with that. I mostly get probably dreams about people I met, and and I'll be trying to talk to them, and they look at me, and they're waving, and sometimes I don't even know if they're waving at me or waving at someone else because I can't talk to them. I'm just a ghost in a dream trying to.
A ghost?
Yeah, yeah. When you're dreaming, it's like you can't talk to them, you can't hear them. You're just you're just like a ghost in a dream. No, they can't hear you or see you, but they're waving at you, and you think that that they're noticing you, but you don't really know.
Like every time I have a dream, like it's the same way as you, but like every time somebody's about to talk or something, right? Every time somebody's about to talk or say something, right? I wake up or somebody wake me up.
Exactly. Exactly. That's usually how it works with me too. That's usually how it works, man. Usually when they're about to talk in your dream, someone wakes you up or you wake up. And to be honest, my dreams. I mean, the dreams go by real fast. It feels like you're in there for an hour, but it mostly feels like you're just in there for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then you're awake and you're back awake real quick.
I know, and when you fall asleep, you think, cause yesterday I fell asleep, right? I thought I was woke, right? I begin that feeling like I think I'm woke when I fall asleep and I be tired.
All right.
Why you say you don't have a nightmare about Santa no more?
No, I haven't had that in a long time. I'm on a medication. I'm on a medication that helps me sleep at night, and I'm also on a medication that help with suppressing dreams.
You live in a house by yourself or what?
I live in a group home where I'm sharing a house with people. We each pay a little bit of the rent and food over at this house.
Bro.
Yeah. Man, you must have been pissing a lot of players off because they ain't joining.
The sound must have been wet.
I said, you must have been pissing a lot of players off since I've been gone because no one's joining.
Maybe.
Exactly. That's what I knew it. You were like, maybe. Uh-huh. Should we just create a normal 2-on-2 tag?
I mean, unless you want to do a triple threat.
We can do a triple threat.
All right.
Let me set it up.
Well, no, it's fine.
What?
That all of my whole life I haven't had a nightmare.
Don't say that now. Don't say that. I mean, by you saying in your whole life you never had a nightmare, you might just jinx yourself.
I don't want to speak myself.
Well, you might have just did by saying what you just said. I'm sending the invite.
Is a nightmare like when somebody like, like die or something?
I don't know how that works. That I don't know how it works, but I think I know I've gotten dreams from people that passed away back in the day. But that was just it. You know, there's just dreams.
Are you recording?
That they're called suppressed memories. Yeah.
What's your YouTube name?
JeromeIyall1988.
Text it to me after this man, or you right now.
Huh?
I said you could text it to me or not.
Count what?
Text it to me.
Text it to you? Yeah.